No.
You bring us in. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of A Contagious Smile, Unstoppable, with your host, Michael.
Watch River. She's crawling over.
And Victoria.
And River! One of our new babies.
Yeah, River Rose is making her debut up here with us right after her bath.
Hey, River.
Here's the microphone.
Hey, baby.
She's, how many months old?
14 weeks. 14 weeks.
She's a white golden retriever.
That's a very rare.
Fantastic right now.
It's because she just got a bath and she's all sweet. She's lovey. Her sister, who is Amber Blaze, is down there. Amber was supposed to be the tame, quiet, lovey, just cuddle one, and she's actually Tasmanian devil in disguise. River, do you know that I was getting a trash bag out of the drawer earlier, and River came up and helped me shut the drawer. She jumped up and pushed the drawer closed for me. Don't eat that, baby. She's over there.
So as you can tell, we love our golden retrievers. We have 4 of them. And if you jump on anywhere that involves a contagious smile or Victoria Curie, you'll see the Stuckle Squad series, which involves
My
service dog.
That's my
The
baby.
red golden retriever.
That's my baby. So I say we have candy cane dogs because we have the very rare white and we have the very rare red because Stucco and Rusty are red. So here is a topic that I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this. What happens when you get burned out? How do you just not give up?
Stand by.
And he walks out. And there's crickets. That better not be what I think it is. I keep my office clean. And see, she's mine when she's sweet, which is all the time. But when she pees, she's his. His Big Daddy's everything. Just go watch Big Daddy when the little boy goes. He just puts paper on the bed when he pees in the bed. So my husband just basically Big Daddy's things, and then we have to go behind him and fix it. So, hey, what do you do when you get burned out?
You switch things up.
Okay.
That's what you do. You switch things up. Now, I'm not talking. You go from, we'll take this to the extreme. You don't go from the missionary position to,
oh my God,
freaking swinging in the bedroom. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about.
What about when people start to feel burned out in life? Ow, she just hit her head.
You know what? I just go back and find that spark or whatever you're doing now may not be working like you think it is. And you may need to take a break.
Like, for instance, Michael says I work too much. I work 7 days a week. And I don't take a day off ever. And it has been that way all my life. Like I don't know how to. And I've learned this in school, and I learned this from being in therapy myself, that individuals who feel that they have to constantly work, like around the clock is because they feel like they're never going to be good enough, that they have to keep going, that they have to keep, trying to do everything to make it better. And that is because Faith is not going to be happy with you if you give her my Mickey Mouse, because you just feel like you can just keep working around the clock. And that's just what you do because you never feel like you're good enough. So your work's not going to be good enough. And there are so many times my husband will be like, can't you stop and watch a movie with us? Or can't you, my husband is my yin to my yang because like I work 18 plus hours a day and I'm in the office and like I don't think jealousy is the right word. Like I don't know what word you want to say. Like I am envious in a way that I can watch that, you get to go and play video games for hours or take naps or, just watch television and watch movies or whatever. And I literally have my life in this chair. This is where I reside most of my life. And I do get envious of the freedom that you have.
You want me to interject something here? You're
Sure.
doing good. This is self-therapy.
No, it's not self-therapy. It's true. It's like, I have people I'm helping that are patients, clients that will text me at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And, some people would be like, you need to be putting on boundaries. And I don't do that. And I message people, when they reach out to me when they need something at midnight or 4, 5, 5:30, 6 in the morning. And then I'm balancing everything else. And, it's a lot, but it's also a lot for one person to do, yet alone one person with one hand to do.
Yeah, am I supposed to say something again?
Yeah, you're just not really interacting here.
Well, I don't know if folks want to hear about this. You know,
Well,
you're a workaholic, and that's why a contagious smile is the success that it is. She does everything, and she's one-handed. My wife is a super genius. Okay, I praise her for that, but she puts way too much on her plate. Okay, I bet right now if she pulls up,
that's not fair to do that. Like,
why not?
because you already
Bet you
know
have no less than 42 tabs open,
your dog's eating
and
something.
you're working on every one of them.
I
Okay,
deleted a bunch earlier.
you've got 30 something social media posts to put out. You've got 10,000 emails a day to go through. You've got all the
Well,
social media.
an assistant anymore. I know I haven't had an assistant since the corporate world. And I am doing marketing and, creative and social media management and content creator, as well as counselor and therapist and CEO and interviewee and speaker and, podcast host. And then, like this week, right now, in the next few weeks, I think it's like 42 different interviews that I'm on.
Okay.
And then, we have guests that come on here as well. And it's a never ending cycle because one of those tidbits is going to be something that helps save somebody. And that's what's going to make a big deal. And it's going to help. And that's why we do what we do. But it is very tiresome. And, I realize I take my phone I take a shower every morning and then I take my phone with me when I go and just try to decompress and take a bath because I talk to Siri when I'm in the bath and will give suggestions and ideas and things that I need to be doing to her for notes. And it's like, I wish I could just shut it off, but I can't. I can't just shut it off.
So I hear you folks out there hollering at me right now. Michael, why don't you get off your ass and help?
And honestly, we've had this conversation. Like he has said to me, you do too much. And I say to him, well, then help me because there is so much that needs to get done. And he just doesn't do this part of it. And it's gets very frustrating. I do get envious watching him be able to
Hey,
like
hey,
do the things that he does daily, like naps and video games and TV shows and movies and things like that while I'm sitting up here.
I love how you point that out.
I wish I could do it. Like, okay, when we had Amir on, he was like, what is your guilty pleasures? Like, and then he said, I want you to do something for me. And I'm like, oh my God. And he says, I want you to start doing something just for you and not for everybody else. And I don't have that capability. I'm not that person. I've never been that person to say, okay, I'm going to stop everything I'm doing and I am going to start doing this just for me. Like, I've tried and I'll sit there and say, okay, I'm going to write XYZ. And I sit there and I try, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot I got to do this. Oh, I forgot I got to do that. And then I stop to go back and work on something I need to do for somebody else to help someone else. So I can't just sit down and say, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, and I'm going to take this time for me because I'm not wired that way. I just can't. I wish I was. I do. I really wish I was. I mean, in fairness, the one thing I did do, and I was tearing about talking about this on here or not, is I openly admit I have body dysphoria, and I have never met a beautiful soul that has endured any form of abuse that doesn't have body dysphoria, men and women. Like they all have some form of body dysphoria. And I have always, and people say all the time, you always wear clothes that are so much bigger than you. Like you could put you and Faith and probably Michael in there all at once. And it's because I chose to hide behind my clothes for such a long time because it was something that I was able to do. And it was something I had control of. It was one of the very few things I had control of back in that time. And also because I was covering a lot of injuries, so I would wear clothes that covered. And I didn't want anything fitted that, when something on me is swollen, like shoulder dislocation or whatever, and it's swollen, I don't want anything tight on that area. So I became comfortable in it. The other night, I purged and got 3 or 4 like extra, extra large yard cleaning black bags full of clothes that are all way too big. And I purged them and put them in bags to pay it forward. So I did do that. And that was a really big deal for me because normally that's my comfort is my big baggy huge clothes. Because one of the things I also do is I always cover up even when I'm sitting here in the office by myself. I'll take my sweatshirt or a pullover and I stretch it over my legs. And my husband will come up and he'll pull it off my legs, but I still go back and do it even when he's not in the room. That's just my comfort. It's like my pillow of I don't want to see. Like I'm trying to get much better about that because like we've said so many times, before the abuse, I was obsessed with working out. Like it was beyond an obsession. It was an addiction. I openly admit it was an addiction. And I 5'8" and like 135 and 130 depending. And I would safely say, like, how would you describe my physique? I was very muscular,
Yes, very athletic, very muscular.
but I was also top heavy.
With uh, how can I say this politely? Very large extremities on the upper part of the hourglass.
And he used to walk around telling everybody for $5 they could feel my buns of steel. Like he literally tried to charge people to feel my butt back then. And I literally was obsessed. I was doing martial arts. I was teaching. I was doing all sorts of things. I was lifting like 5 days a week. I was doing cardio 7 days a week. And I just had that mentality. And then after all of this and all my surgeries, I never took any pain medication, as we've talked about so many times before. She's eating something, babe. And I ate my pain instead because I couldn't take any pain meds and I never wanted to. And that was a personal choice. That was my choice not to. And the thing is that, and I know we've touched on this kind of briefly, but when I came home from the amputation, I am an amputee coalition certified counselor. And I tell people all the time, I'm the only person I've ever spoken to in the amputee coalition or with any amputees that wasn't hospitalized the night of or the day of my amputation. And Michael will tell you, my amputation was basically an all day thing. And then I came home the same day.
Yeah, that's true.
And I never took the first pain med. And I would get in bed. Well, the first thing I did, let's say what it really was. First thing I did was I came home and I went into the bathroom and I unwrapped it so I could see it. Yeah. And I was devastated. And then I wrapped it back up and I literally would be shaking. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I guess Michael will have to help me. I was shaking profusely, like in pain. I mean, it didn't matter what I was doing. Nothing made it better. Everything made it worse. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like he would go
excruciating to watch her in severe pain.
I mean, I literally felt the best way to describe it is I literally felt like I'd have to die to feel better. Oh, River's giving kisses. So I literally would sit there, and then Michael was like trying to sleep, and so I would go downstairs and sit in the chair, and Stucco would just stay right with me, and he'd never touch my amputation. I mean, he would never go near the nub. He just put his head on my leg and stayed right there with me. And I'm a side sleeper, so I couldn't lay on one side, and then if I tried to lay on the other side, the weight pushed down on me was unbearable, and it was just awful. And so I cannot sleep on my back, and I can't sleep on my stomach because my face is all metal and I'm not supposed to put the weight of that on there. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I literally was shaking. I was sweating. And so I ate. I ate to numb it, which when you think about it, doesn't make sense because people will be like, I don't understand that. And I gained a ton of weight. My husband's like, no, no, no. Oh, yeah. Like a toddler size of weight, if not more. And my husband is one of these picture taker people, and I'm trying to go and take pictures, and I don't want to take pictures. I don't want to be in the pictures. And literally I don't want to. And we renew our vows every year. I didn't want to take the pictures then because I didn't want to see them. And then he would take pictures. He's like, look how cute you are with Stucco. And I'm like, oh my God, I look like I swallowed a pufferfish or a whole school of pufferfish. They're in my face and they're all swollen. And I hated how I looked. And as I know we talk about it, I'm on GLP-1, and now Michael is also on the GLP-1
Yay.
train now. I
Not because I want to lose weight, but because of
You need to get healthier. You just need to get healthier. But I openly admit, and my husband's been driving me up the wall about wanting my starting weight, and I won't give it to him until I hit my goal weight. And so as of right now, which is so like hard for me to say, but I'm proud of myself.
You're 135.
No, I lost 30 pounds without GLP. And then I started GLP, and for the first 2 months, you don't get anything. I was on semaglutide, and I didn't see a doggone bit of change for the first 2 months. And then I lost like 2 pounds, and that's it. And now I think I'm on week 16, and but I switched to tirzepatide 3 weeks, no, 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And I am now total weight loss with prior to GLP and with GLP, I think I'm at 43 pounds down.
Wait, congratulations.
So,
I'll give her a hand.
ha ha ha. So now I'm like, I want to keep going. I'm not at my goal yet. People are noticing. People definitely are noticing and saying.
Side effects?
I noticed some on the semaglutide, but on the tirzepatide or whatever, I also felt like something was stuck in my throat. Like I always felt. But again, that might have been not like everybody else because if you've ever been strangled, your throat always kind of feels like it's closed up, and I've had to have that stretched numerous times. I felt very nauseous on the semaglutide, and I didn't see any results for months, and it was 2 months, and I always felt just really nauseous and run down and tired, and it came with B12 in it, which I don't think was in there. You look so cute, River, just sitting there like that. She's just the cutest. You want to talk on air? Huh?
So I'll piggyback off everything that she just said here. Well, not everything, but a little bit. I don't help on the computer side of the business because I'm just dumb. Okay. I don't know this computer stuff. My wife sit here and learned how to be an SEO. She learned how to market. She learned how to, which she hates, do the AI crap. All the
I don't know. No. I don't do AI. I hate AI.
Well, you do the video. What
I do
AI.
imaging, but I don't do writing stuff because AI alone is a challenge.
So she does all this and knows all the lingo and the words, and I simply don't. Okay, I'm the hands-on guy. Okay, I get in my little workshop.
Baby.
I make things, I build things, I do laser engraving. So as far as the computer goes, yes, I'm lazy in that aspect because I don't know how to do it. I can't stand it. I sit in front of this computer. My wife will tell you I'll fall asleep. If I'm reading something, if I'm doing something, I cannot stand here for an hour. I will fall asleep. Speaking of that, the reason I fall asleep is now because we found out I'm diabetic, and my estrogen is
800 times more than mine.
more than my wife. Right?
You know who's got the balls?
Eddie, my nipples are getting sensitive, but
Well, normally it's Eduardo.
that's bedroom talk.
So now you've bedroom talk with Eddie? Y'all both had the craps at the same time too. Y'all both were on the shitter. My God. Why, okay, why do men, and beautiful Dawn and I convert about this and she agrees, do y'all have to come in and tell us all about your shit show? Like he came in here earlier and goes, I have a question for you. Have you ever been on the and taken a shit and forgot to wipe your ass? I did. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, why did you tell me this? Like, that's not an image I want of my husband. That you sit there while TikToking for 30 minutes and not wipe your ass as you drop chow. Like, seriously.
Drop chow?
Yeah, what do you say?
Don't drop chow.
Uh-huh. But I mean, it's gross. And then you come in here and you're like, babe, like yesterday he's walking, and I know every woman listening is laughing because at some point in their life they've heard this. He comes in, and even Meredith, I'm sure, could use this.
Oh, Lord,
My husband will walk around. He did this all day yesterday when he wasn't on the crapper, and he's like, babe, my sphincter, babe, my sphincter hurts so bad. Diarrhea. I had that. Oh, and I just farted. No, I think I just shit myself. It's like, why? I mean, it's like when a woman has her period, we don't tell you, we just threw a clot in the toilet. Like, these are things we don't share with y'all. And you're just like, babe, that was a load in the toilet. Like, it was a Wendy's Frosty. And I'm sorry if y'all are having a Wendy's Frosty right now. No, but we don't want to know that you have diarrhea and like you've measured how much chunks have come out of your butt.
Number one, okay, it's a preemptive attack on the bathroom, right? So we're giving you fair warning.
No.
Do not come into the hot zone.
We could smell it downstairs. There's no need for you to give us any warning. But for you to give us a play-by-play is not
Can
necessary.
you rank the smell?
Oh, you had a solid 18 out of 30.
That's mediocre.
But we don't need to hear about it. And then he has to lay down and he's like, oh, it hurts. So, as the good wife, I say, babe, do you want me to get you some anti-diarrhea medicine to make it stop? No, I don't want anti-diarrhea medicine to make it stop. Why would I want to make diarrhea stop? I want it all to come out of me. It's like, okay. And this is what he says. No, I want it all to come out. Let it flow. And then he complains about it bitterly. And you know what? It's the same thing. I heard a man who his wife was in labor, right? And he had the audacity to tell his wife, now you know what it feels like for a man to have a cold. And she's giving birth. And all of the nurses took the man out of the room, which was very smart. I mean, are you kidding? A man cold versus having giving birth and being in, contractions? Not so like same at all.
I can't believe we are on air talking about shit.
Hey, you're the one who opened up this whole podcast saying about, the missionary position to a swing. That was all you. You did that, not me.
Yeah, but that's typical of us. Okay.
I don't talk about sexual positions.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, I asked you earlier, if you could only remember one of your favorite memories of us from back in the day, which one would it be? What would you have picked?
Well, there's a few.
Okay,
I
then.
will not say one on air. I'll keep it PG. Okay. Unfortunately, we were at your
Sperm and egg donors?
yes house.
This was more recently than the before? Okay.
Okay. And that's why I'm keeping it PG.
Okay.
We were in front of I believe an azalea bush,
Okay.
and I got down on my knee with a ring,
Yes.
and I proposed to you.
Are you going to reenact it now?
No,
Why?
because it's your turn.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, darling.
No, it's not,
I asked
darling.
you last year.
No, you didn't. I did.
Bullshit, and I told her, and I set everything up.
You didn't?
Yeah, it's your turn this year. You're picking.
I already got the rings. I already took care of that. You will never be able to top that. Oh,
yeah,
babe, don't let her eat the cord.
she's fine.
Hey, River.
So this year you propose to me. I'll make the rings, right?
Hey,
And then
baby.
we'll get the place. What's in there top of her head?
Probably poop from your toilet adventure. right? Yes. Say hi. I'm River. I'm adorable, sweet, cute, cuddly, and lovey. My sister is Tasmanian Devil.
So I don't have ADHD, right? But I do try a lot of different things. I mean, a lot, crafting, hobbies, shit like that. And it applies to, when I play Xbox in the morning, I'll get tired of a game and I'll have to switch it to something else. When I'm down in the workshop, I started laser engraving. Okay. And then I saw someone doing canvas painting with the laser engraver. Well, let me try that. And then I saw folks making bracelets out of welding rods. I said, well, let me try that. So I've been making jewelry out of that. Spoon rings. Okay. I'm making those. So sometimes I don't know, I guess back off from what you're doing and try something different or approach it in a different way.
So some people have asked, what do you do when your marriage starts to get bland? And
I'm not a marriage counselor. I can't, y'all don't want.
what would you do? What would you do if we started just to get boring and bland and blah?
I don't even, just, oh God. It's our daughter texting. I don't know. You have to really sit down and look at what's going on and think, do I need this in my life right now? Do I need this on my plate?
What about if it was us?
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Have you ever had to do that with us?
No. Do I need this right now? Does this cause me stress in my life? Let me see if I can get rid of this. Okay, folks, I got told I had diabetes the other day.
And I went to the store and got you all sorts
Okay.
of stuff you could start eating.
Y'all know what a life changer that is? Okay, for me, I'm a 6'1". I was 283.
And then he said he dumped 8 pounds of diarrhea out that day.
I dumped out the other day.
See?
But that's no sugar, no breads. Okay, at the very least. So sweet tea gone, sugar in your coffee gone.
Mood
Okay.
swings here.
Well, that's because of my estrogen. Okay,
Hi.
I'm turning lesbian.
Good to know.
That'd be the third one I turned lesbian.
Maybe fourth if she had her way about it. But
So
your daughter wants me to go to the other side.
it is a lifestyle change, but I have to do it. So if that's what you have to do in your marriage, that you have to take a step back and say, okay, let's see what we got going on. We got job, we got work, we got school, we got extracurricular activities, we got friends, we got hobbies going on. I don't know, whatever you got going on in your life.
Okay, but then why people are going to say, why would you fight for this one when you've openly stated you've had other marriages before?
No. So,
No, it's a fair question.
okay, okay. I have way too much invested in you.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear
You
this.
can't wait.
I cannot wait to hear this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You have my entire heart.
That's not true.
Bullshit.
Your daughter has it.
No, you give her whatever's left over.
Hey, River. I'm listening. I'm just playing with the baby. Hey, baby.
You have my entire heart. You have everything. Okay. There is no woman beside you, next to you, beneath you, next in line.
Ow.
You're it. Okay. I'm all in. All cards on the table. All right. You know everything about me.
No biting.
Proof?
Yes. No biting.
Yes. Y'all heard that? She knows everything about me.
No.
All my dirty, dark secrets, y'all. Okay. I did surprise you with it the other day.
When you said on air you had to 8 women at a time?
No. When I opened mouth, kissed a horse.
Oh my God. I'm trying to forget that. Did you play tonsil hockey with it too? Was it Mr. Ed? Ed. No, not that Ed.
It's from Austin Powers. And relax, kid. So yeah. There will be nobody after you. Okay. Okay. There will be nobody beside you that can compete. There'll be no one. Okay. It's you or none. You understand that? So I am all in. Okay. You have my everything. Okay. I'm not going to train a new one.
What? Wait, what?
I'm not training a new wife.
Training. Well, number one, my training manual was in English.
Exactly. You see what I
And you are not
see what I went
quadlingual.
through.
You are not quadlingual.
You didn't have to see what I went through.
No, I was there as your friend. I knew what you went through, and I hated it.
But even for
I hated watching what you endured.
yeah. But I needed to change, right? Right. And that wasn't working. That marriage wasn't working. And I needed to change. So yeah. I'm not now you're not saying as a marriage counselor, you're not saying that people have to get divorces.
What do you think are the reasons for divorce? Why would you divorce? What are your reasons?
I mean, anything from money, infidelity, death.
That's not divorce, that's widow.
What else is there?
Well, I'm asking you, like, what would be your reasons for divorce?
Oh, none. That's what I'm saying. There's just be death. You and I will never get divorced. Never. I will hunt you down, woman.
Because I'm scared of you. No. Do you remember what you said about you honestly admitted being quite afraid to be against me in court?
In court.
And why is
In
that?
court.
You get a divorce, you go to court. Why would you be afraid to be against me in a court room?
Because I've seen you in action. I've heard you, woman.
What is that supposed to mean?
Huh? You're kind of scary.
Please elaborate.
No.
No, because you know what? I would love to start going and doing more court cases for survivors. Is that
You know how my cousin Vinny was comical? You're the
sure?
exact extreme opposite of him.
That doesn't even make sense.
Okay. Let's put I don't know, the genius of Raymond Reddington and that female Matlock woman.
Maddie Matlock?
How serious she was.
But she went under like a facade. I wouldn't. I'd go in there as me.
Quit eating my microphone cord. You heifer.
I'd go in there as me. I wouldn't go in there with this false, persona of somebody I wasn't.
You're so damn smart.
I'm not so damn smart. No.
And you always have your facts straight. You have your ducks in a row. You have all your oars in a boat.
Well, that's because I've been hurt so many times and so burnt.
Already set up before you even enter a courtroom. You know, you play the devil's advocate. So it's like you played chess 30 times with yourself before you went to a match.
I don't play with myself.
Are you serious? Now you're talking about a damn six swing.
Hey, you're the one who took it there. I'm just saying, like, the last case that I was in a courtroom for, it involved 6 children. And believe it or not, the man was not the aggressor. The man was not the abuser. And the standoff that I was at there was 6+ hours. Is that about right?
Yes, sir.
And I was the advocate. And then I left from there. And on another occasion, I was there for several more hours and even ended up following as advocate at a hospital and then helped prepare a case, went to court, testified. And very, very rarely does this happen, but the judge granted not only a TPO, but a year TPO against the mom on behalf of the dad and the kids. And I was like, they knew me when I walked in. The bailiffs were cutting up with me and talking with me, and and then I come in there with all this evidence, right? Like binders of evidence. And I spent so much time getting all this ready, and I did not get to open one flippin' page because they know me and they know my reputation and how I testify. And so I love helping advocates in that way. And so I would love to do even more of that because for that survivor and the children who are warriors to have that moment is so important in their healing. And it's just wonderful for them to smile for the first time in a long time. And I love doing that. So if that's something that you need, you can always reach out at victoria@contagiousmile.com if you're like in Georgia and see what I can do to help you with that. Because that's a big deal and people need that reassurance. People need that help. And so that's a critical thing, to do. But I have been in court testifying for, I can't even tell you how many different cases. I can't tell you, I want to be completely prepared, and that's what I do. Faith is all over the place right now.
Okay.
Crickets.
All right. Well, we covered a lot of that. So, I don't even know where to go with that.
That's
After that,
shocking.
yes. And River is back here just munching away on anything she can get her little teeth on. She's so
Yeah.
cute. Do we have pictures of her on the website anywhere?
No, not yet.
We will.
She's so sweet.
Good girl. We're working on getting the red, what do they call it? The red out of your eyes, out the corner of her eyes, where it drips.
The sad, like tear.
Yeah, it's called, I forget what it.
Baby. Hey, come here. No. Come
But yeah,
here. Come on.
y'all please do not think that my wife and I are getting divorced.
Where did you come from?
We are a dynamic couple. We are very much soulmates.
Where did you come up with we're getting divorced and put that out there? You want to say hi?
Yang.
Huh?
I'm her yang.
Oh, Lord.
You know what you said earlier?
Yep.
My yang to my yin, or yin to my yang.
You want to talk? You want to
What?
talk? I wish you'd bark. I wish you'd bark. I wish you'd bark and say hi. Yeah. She likes to talk back. She likes to talk
She
back.
does work to 35 people.
Oh, I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl.
We do have an Etsy store, Contagious Smile Etsy, where I put some of the bracelets on there that I've created. More to come. We've got some of her digital downloads on there.
Working on getting more.
Psycho Squad series. So we'll put more on there, and yeah.
We should talk. Do you hear her sister?
We're trying to get things set up here for this CreepyCon coming up in July.
In October.
And
Hey, that's my shoe.
It's
My shoe.
So y'all be on the lookout. We did confer with Eduardo.
Oh, Lord. You switch bromances. Joshua's going to be very hurt.
That's right. He's a Dr. Hill.
He's not a doctor. He's not a doctor. And he gets irritated when you say he is.
Like what on TV. I have that magic button. I have that magic talent to push people's buttons.
Yes, you do. Do not eat the cord. Do not eat the cord.
So here at some point we will be selling creepy coffee through a Contagious Smile. And the proceeds will help support the Contagious Smile and the creepy coffee, obviously.
Your dog has to go to the bathroom.
Let's go. Come on.
Thank you guys for listening. And we will talk to you guys soon. If we can help in any way, please reach out to us. You guys stay safe and have a good night.